Alright, good evening all. Let me find the Rumble stream and the YouTube stream on the phone. Let's go ahead and what just happened? Okay. Whoops. No shit. It's dot, what is it, dot? Okay, it's DAT. Instead of Z something, something, something. Alright, so, anyway.
Truck to work and they couldn't believe it.
Alright. Live on YouTube. Let me check the Rumble side. Got to look a little better. Alright, cool. And we're on the Rumble side. So, we, last week, we made it, we fixed the communications. We crash landed on this place. And, there's a city there, but there's no people. And we seem to be the only ones there. And, oh, there's Roadkill 101. That's no problem. Welcome, welcome. And, I saw some people in the YouTube chat before I started. Buzzy, was it Mike and Craig and Buzzy? Yep. And there's Broken EBs. Alright, let's see. Change this to all messages, although this one's real easy to check all the chats on. Alright. So. We're going to restore to where we was. If I can spell this right. And it's, whoops, I think it's capitalized. Lawanda. Look. Alright, so here's where we left off last week. Lawanda Station. Huh. Alright, let's check our map. Because I did cheat.
Oh, there you are.
With the map. Alright, Lawanda Complex. Where do we...
Hope you can't throw me an ad.
That's Calamonte Complex. No, we're on the Lawanda. Alright, so looks like we need to go east. And go from there. Alright. It's a mess out here. I'm doing good, but it's a mess out here. We had rain and rain and rain and snow and rain. Okay. Northeast or southeast? Let's go southeast. Project Corridor West. It's a curving hallway leading east and northwest. There's an opening to the west, so we can go east. Let's see what's west. Sandfac, okay. Go east. A doorway labeled Project Office opens to the south. Alright, let's go south. Oh boy. I'm getting pretty hungry and thirsty. This office looks like a headquarters of some kind. Exits lead north and east. The west wall displays a logo. The south wall is completely covered by a garish mural which clashes with the outer decor of the room. Do I have open canteen? Drink liquid. Examine mural. A gaudy work of orange and purple abstract shapes, reminiscent of the early works of Pristini Bonds. It doesn't appear to fit the decor of the room at all. The mural seems to ripple now and then as though a breeze were blowing behind it. Floyd produces a crayon and scrawls his name on the wall. Look behind. Can we do this? Mural? Okay, it won't budge. What else we got? Alright, I'm going to go east. Ah, the main computer room. The only sign of activity is a glowing red light. The exits are northwest and northeast. South is a small booth. Pile of computer output here. Alright. With the... Floyd examines the glowing light. With a concerned frown, he says, uh-oh. Computer is broken. A doctor person once told Floyd the computer is the most important part of the project. Speaking of which, diagnose. And we're feeling you're a bit sick and feverish. See, all the people are gone when we got here. And there's a civilization, but all the people are gone. And the planet's too close to the sun because what's supposed to be a valley is an ocean. So the planetary systems are all broken. We fixed communications. And we just found out that the computer is broken. Read output. The printout is hundreds of pages long. It would It would take many crons to read it all. The last page looks pretty interesting, though. Daily status report. Preliminary research, 100%. Intermediate research, 100%. Final research, 100%. Drug production, 100%. Drug testing, 99.985%. Project time to revival. Project time to revival procedure. Revival procedure. So, what's going on here? Did they put everyone in cryogenic sleep until the cure could be found? Malfunction in section 384. Summon repair robot. Interesting. So what's it going to take to fix this computer? Right? No wonder they collapsed. They can barely write. Well, it's supposed to flavor it and make it look alien. It's pretty cool, I think. For 1983, doing a let's see if we can examine the computer. All right, that's it. I guess we could drop the output. We don't need it. The south is a small booth. Exits are northwest and northeast. We came from alright, I'm going to consult the map. So we're in the computer room right now. So it looks like the best thing to do would be to head northeast and go from there. And see what we can see. Oh boy, I'm getting sicker. Uh-huh. All right, let's see here. Okay, let's go south from here. The odds and ends on the shelf include a small round object, which closer inspection reveals to be a fresh laser battery. Okay, I need that. I'll take it back to the computer room and drop it if nothing else. Let's search the uniform. Alright, Alright, teleportation access card. So let's get teleportation card first. Sweet. And oh boy. Do I need the glass flask anymore? I don't know. I need the kitchen access card. Theoretically, I could do without. Alright, let's see here. Put shuttle card. Oh my. Alright, let's do it this way then. Put shuttle card in patrol uniform. That works. Alright. Elevator card. Alright, cool. Now what else can we do here? The kitchen card I probably want to keep a hold of. I don't know if I need the glass flask. I think I might have already used it. I probably don't need that anymore. From what I remember. So I'm going to go ahead and drop the flask. We have inventory management in 1983. Alright. Plus we got to eat and sleep. I heard that, I heard Proton 10 was the bomb. That's what I heard. I don't know. So anyway. So now we want to get paper. Read paper. Oh boy. I need to write this down. Let's see, there's a pen. Alright, so and now it wants me to sleep. But I've got the well, I will here in a second have the teleportation card. So let me write this down. Conference room. And I'm writing it down normal English. Combination. Is 668. And I gotta, okay. Get teleportation card. Nice. All right. Alright, so where's the teleportation booth? From here, we're in lab storage. So we want to go north, west, north, and east. Alright. And back in the day, before we could just look up these maps on the internet, and I would suggest that you go ahead and make your own map if you've never played one of these games before, or at least once. I've made this map at least twice on my own without cheating, so I'm taking advantage of the map now. So what is it? It was north, west, north, inventory. I did get the, yeah, I got the teleportation card. Cool. Library lobby. This carpeted room, thick with dust, exits to the north and south. To the west, up a few steps, is a wide doorway. A small booth lies to the east. You catch a glimpse of a small object nestled in the dust. I'll have to examine the dust on the way back here tomorrow, which will game time tomorrow. Sitting on a wide table is a machine of sorts, consisting of a video screen and a keyboard currently turned off. There's multiple purpose robot here. Okay. This is cool. So, let's go east, and we're in booth 3. It's a teeny room with a large tree painted on the wall. A panel contains a slot. Yeah. Brown button 1, beige button 2. Alright, check the map. I think we want 1. Is that going to be... No, we want booth 2, actually. Although booth 1 is interesting because it gets us... Let's go booth 2. So booth 2 is going to be... beige button. Alright. I think that's enough letter. It only reads the first so many letters of the word. And we want to push the beige button. Alright, we're ready. Push beige button. And we're in booth 2. Alright, so we want to go west. West again. Okay, we're at Corridor Junction. That's what so we want to go west one more time and then go to bed. Alright, west. North. Enter bunk. And sleep. Alright, wait. There we go. Cool! Was this day 3? I'm going to go ahead and do a hard save. Day 3. And okay, I don't need the paper. I wrote down the combination. So let's go ahead and stand and get kitchen card, comma, teleport card, canteen. Is that all I need? Yeah. Alright. Now we need to go refill the canteen. So we'll go south. East. You're now feeling quite under the weather, not unlike a bad flu. Wonderful. Oops, I wanted to go west. And I'm getting hungry. South. Slide kitchen card through slot. South. Put canteen in machine. Push button. Get canteen. Drink liquid. Let's do it again. Put canteen in machine. Push button. Get canteen. And close the canteen. Oh boy. Floyd tells you about the time he helped someone sharpen a pencil. Good old Floyd. I was looking at things. I think it was a I saw a review on this game, and it was so wrong about how just like thought this game was terrible and boring because they got stuck. All right, so now we can go north. All right. And north. And now we want to go, I think we want to go west. And yeah, we used to draw these maps on our own on paper and then just... Yeah, Floyd's actually cool. Floyd's cool as hell. Alright, we're in the mess corridor, is that right? Mess corridor, yeah. So, we want to go west and west again and then try to go north. Alright. Oops. Okay, turn dial to 668. Whoops. The door swings open and the dial resets to 0. Sweet! North. Conference room. A fairly square room. Alright, let's examine table. How about I spell it right? Nothing special. Look under table. Nothing but dust. Alright. Well, there's nothing in here. And where do we want to go? I think we want to go to 3. Yeah, we want to go to booth 3. Windover. Tan button. All right. Push tan button. West. Examine dust. Examine object. The spool is labeled helicopter operating manual. I don't think I need that. Up, Floyd goes exploring. All right, so we don't need that. So, is there a spool in this? Spool reading machine now? Is our next question, I guess. Boy, these were This was PC gaming in the early '80s. This was the coolest thing you could do in the early '80s. Was playing Info. Is the coolest thing your computer did. Was playing Infocom game back then, I tell you. I don't know how to capture that today, but this was cool shit back then. My teenage years. Alright, so turn on machine. Oh, cool. Dude. The screen gives off a green flash and some writing appears on the screen. Let's see if just pressing 1 what that does. How do we operate this machine? Press 1 on terminal. No. Now we've got to find the syntax. All right. Press 1. Okay. Type 1. There we go. There we go. But it helps me. It helped me. And the manual would have told me. A manual would have told me to. Oh shoot! We gotta check the rumble side. Here, dude. Don't kill yourself with that.
No, that's why I wrote the comment.
Fat Steven, is this and a fat raid? Uh-oh. Let me check this out. Nice. Thank you, Fat Steven. We're sitting here gaming like it's 1983. I highly and you Wong and all those, thank you. I highly suggest, I challenge you. Zork 1's pretty simple. I challenge you to Zork 1. Alright, 0 takes us back to the main menu. Look at all those animated emojis. I don't know, man. As much as I like what they've done to Morrowind with the audio books of Morrowind, there's just it would take the soul out of it, I think, to have a AI text reader. Alright, let's type 1 again. For oh my god. Alright, I'm going to try to read this. The ancient legend says that ships from the Second Union once filled our skies and will one day come again. Okay. Modern scientists dismiss such legends and feels that life evolved here on Resida. For more detailed information on this topic, consult blah blah blah. Alright, let's try type 2. Never mind. You know what? Let's type 0. And type 0 again. What we're interested in is the project. Boy, this stuff's hard to read.
I know.
Roadkill. The project is what we're interested in. For those that just got here, we crash landed on this planet. There's a civilization and all, but the people are gone, and we're sick now. If I go diagnose, this is like our 3rd or 4th day here, and the computer was like seconds away from making the drug to cure all this stuff, and it seems like they've put everyone in suspended animation until the automated systems could do everything and save them, but the computer shut down. So everyone's still in cryogenic sleep. It's some pretty good sci-fi. We're sick, and we got to repair these systems to save ourselves and this whole planet now. And we started out as just a scrubber of the decks on a spaceship. Is at the start of the game. So it's interactive fiction or text adventures, and you got to think. And so, okay, here we go. The origin of the disease. Now I am just learning, except for I've played this before a long time ago, but I'm just learning now what's going on. So let's type 1 first. And we'll try to figure out this. The origin of the disease has been linked to the Center for Advanced Cryogenic Research, which was conducting research into ways of extending the cryogenic period indefinitely. Although the research was a success, somehow the disease was released and began spreading. Oh, and this was 1983. All right, let's go back a menu. On type Z installations, type 2. The two complexes were established on the Twin Peak plateaus of Calamanti and Lawanda. These locations were chosen because their hit would make transportation and and their height. These locations were chosen because their height would make transportation and communications easier, and so that the vast reactors and cryogenics chambers could be constructed in the mountains below. So I'm just finding out what's actually going on here and why I'm sick and where all the people went. And the only system I've repaired so far has been the communication system. Alright, let's go back a menu. Type 3. Phase 1, construction of the Calamanti and Lawanda complexes. Phase 2, mass cryogenic freezing of the resident population. Phase 3, simultaneous monitoring of cryogenics with automatic research is conducted by incredible, sophisticated, computerized facilities. I like that. Computerized facilities. Phase 4, revival and inculization of the population. So we're basically seconds away from phase 4 and the computer failed. Gonna laugh if Jeff fixes the computers, generates the cure, and everyone starts talking in clear British. Oh, the Twin Peaks of Lawanda, what a gal. Alright. And is there anything else we need out of this computer? It's just too hard to... geography, intergalactic games, technology, culture, history. I might want to check out technology, but... oh, let's check that route real quick. Planetary systems. I do want to check this out. I might want to check out medicine also. Let's type 5 first. The preliminary planetary systems are course control for maintaining ideal climate. So that's broke. Defense. Aha! For destroying potential dangerous meteors. And defense is broken. Defense is broken, and so that's why our ship got blasted. So our ship got blasted out of space to begin with, because planetary defense is broken, and our ship was mistaken for a meteor, and communications was broken, and so it wasn't transmitting the warning, which communications is fixed now. Oh, and core control. Yeah, the climate's bad because what's supposed to be a valley is ocean. NZ and recently added project control for monitoring progress of the project. Okay. So I still got some planetary systems to repair, and I've got the computer to repair. Somehow. So let's check the map. Where are we at? We're in library lobby. Let's go west again. Well, let's type 0 first. And see what they say about medicine. I figured out the teleportation booth. All major diseases have been curable for over a century. The development of cryogenics now allows doctors to put patients in stasis until a cure is found. Average residence life expectancy is now 147 revolutions. For more information, consult the library. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's been going on. That's not... Or was it the other way around? But yeah, I knew about that. Oh, wow, EB's on the Rumble side, burning it down. Yeah, YouTube's a pain in the butt, man. There's I think it's episode 4. It's not the last episode. It's the episode before it of Jedi Outcast. I had to cut out the cantina scenes because even though I had the music turned off in the game, you walk into the cantina and there's a cantina's music's playing. And that got claimed, and I had to chop it out. But the full videos are on the Rumble side. And damn it, that the music's licensed to the game, and that should fall under fair use. So you could it's a pain. And on Morrowind, I have to share my revenue with Bethesda on Morrowind because of the Morrowind music. It's just ridiculous. Over there on YouTube, holy shit. But anyway, we're gonna go. Did I say west? Is that what we're doing? We're going west. All right, let's examine the tables first. Let's look under this table. I swear to God. It's just things you... there might be nothing under any of the tables in this game, but these kind of games in general, it's just something you were paranoid about. Yeah. On YouTube, that's how YouTube plays it. You want? Let's see here. No shit. Let's go to The YouTube finds every way they possibly can to not pay you. Remember that Wings of Dawn? Nope, demonetized. What do I want to do? I want to go. Okay, let's go to here and go to live. And if we come down here to the latest, Wings of Dawn is ineligible because of the music. Let's come back. Oh, here we are. Okay, that's Enclave. Morrowind. Oh, it didn't catch it there. Did they drop? Did they go ahead? Okay, here we are. I'm just... The ad revenue for this video is being shared with other copyright owners. Morrowind copyright. See details. And it's the frickin' Morrowind theme. It's the theme of the frickin' game. So yeah, so Bethesda gets a cut of the monetization for a 20-year for the music of a 20-year-old game. That's why I turned it way down, but then sometimes it catches it and sometimes it don't. And the music is so good in Morrowind. But yeah, for real. They do everything they possibly can on YouTube. Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's why I'm like pushing Rumble. YouTube's insane. They are absolutely out of their frickin' minds over there on YouTube with the censorship and the way they... It's like, just go F yourselves, man. But there's more eyeballs there, so I'm not dropping it either, but I'm pushing the Rumble side. It's just YouTube's ridiculous. Yeah. EB can probably tell you some stories. I know EB's gotten mad at YouTube before. It's been a while ago, but I remember a long time ago, or maybe not even that long ago, maybe even a few years ago or so. But EB got pissed at YouTube once upon a time. All right, so let's examine the desk. It's got the microfilm reader. Turn on machine. Alright, so it needs a spool. And we found a helicopter instruction manual, but I don't think that's the spool we need. Alright, so now what do we want to do? We want to go... We want to go east and north and then figure out what we want to do from there. We want to... It looks like we can fix everything except for the computer from around this area. So I'm going to go north and do a hard save called Systems. So east and north. But if you try to make money, which I did, you ripped your arse off. ETEB was on YouTube when the oceans drank at Atlantis. Oh, yes. Everyone, rejoice at Milton Knowles, the Insane Witch King's arrival. Don't. Rejoice. I like it when you hit save in this games too. Floyd's eyes light up. Oh boy, are we going to try something dangerous now? All right, so northern doorway is labeled planetary course controls. Let's go north. The long room whose walls are covered with complicated controls and colored lights. Two of these lights are blinking. The first one reads Bedister failure. The other light reads critical diversion from planned course. In one corner is a large metal cube whose lid is closed. Oh shoot, where did we see a good Bedister? That was way, way back, wasn't it? It should be on the map. We probably need some kind of tool also, but let's check this map because I think I remember where that was. Yep, there's a good Bedister over here. So we can fix and we can use teleport booths now. So that's good. Okay. 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 Unscrew the light bulbs till they stop give you warnings. Unfortunately, that doesn't work. Let's open lid. Let's see if we can get it. It seems to be fused to its socket. Well, what the hell do we do about that? What else do we got? Looking at the map, can we get any clues? We got any kind of tools? Multi-purpose pliers in the robot shop. Alright, so we need to go get some stuff. Let me write that down. I better write this down. We need to get the Bedister. Alright. We got the conference room combination. So we need to get the Bedister. And the pliers. For course control. To repair. Oh, come on, pen. Oh, you fucker. Course control. That didn't work. Maybe it did. I need another pen. But anyway, I got that written down. I know what I need for that. Is this a pen? Maybe. Let me see if it works. It works. It's a fine tip marker, but hey, it works. All right. So I'm glad I checked that before I just went out of here and forgot it. I'm glad I tried. Where's the check engine light when you need it? But I'm glad I tried getting it before I went and got the Bedister and not the pliers. Alright. So Didn't we go north here? Yeah. The hallway leads west. Large doorway leading east. Smaller doorways to the north and south. Alright, let's go east. From here. Okay, physical plant. Enormous room full of environmental control equipment, presumably intended to heat and ventilate one. Oddly, although the Lawanda Complex is slightly smaller than its counterpart, this plant is much larger than the one in the Calamani Complex. Probably because this is where all the cryogenic tubes are. That's probably why it has the bigger power supply. And this seems to be all working. Alright. So we go west again. We're back here. And we've been to the north and we figured out what we need to do. Let's go west some more. And let's check out planetary defense. Dazzling array of lights and controls. Circuit board failure. Discrimination circuits. Is a cracked from its board going to help us? I don't know what to do about that yet. That's what we're trying to do, actually. That's what happens if we get to the end of the game. I've got to repair all the systems and come up with the cure, and I got to come up with the cure anyway because I'm sick. With the disease, they all got cryogenic refrozen for until the cure could be found. Yeah, the discrimination circuits are screwed. Open panel. And there's from its boards. And how are you supposed to even know which one? Oh well. I got time to think about that because I can fix the... I think I know what to do to fix the ones from a dinghy. Because how do you even tell which board is bad? Let's have another look. Aw, isn't that sweet? Floyd rubs his head affectionately against your shoulder. I guess I could try the cracked from its board. I guess. Alright, let's go south. And it said we continue on to the west, and what do we have? What the? Okay. Ooh, ooh. A red spool, medicine, and medicine bottle. That sounds like things I need. So I'm here in Systems Corridor West right now. So I want to check to the north and the northeast. What's wrong with an old Toyota motor? Those old Toyotas are good. I don't know what y'all are talking about, but... Alright, so what is... Let's go north first. Dimly lit room, filled with strange machines with wide storage cabinets, all locked. Stairway leads up to the south. North wall of the room is a very small doorway. Laying face down at the bottom of the stairs is a motionless robot. It appears to be damaged beyond repair. Aha! Floyd follows you. Floyd points at the fallen robot. That's Achilles. He was in charge of repairing machinery. He repaired Floyd once. I never liked him much. He wasn't friendly like other robots. Looks like he fell down the stairs. He always had trouble with one of his feet working right. A planner person once told me. That's why they named him Achilles. Interesting. That's why the machinery... Right, you can't kill a Toyota, right? It's hard. It's really hard. Let's examine Achilles. All right. Examine small doorway. Too small for you, presumably intended for robots. Floyd, comma, north. Does that work? Floyd squeezes. Here we go. Cool. That does work. Floyd squeezes through the opening and is gone for quite a while. You hear thudding noises and squeals of enjoyment. What the fuck? Whoa! 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 Just a shiny prominence board. Floyd squeezed through the opening and is gone for quite a while. You hear thudding noises and squeals of enjoyment. After a while, the noise stops and Floyd emerges, looking downcast. Floyd found a rubber ball inside. Lots of fun for a while, but must have been old because it fell apart. Nothing else interesting inside, just a shiny prominence board. Boom! Chakalaka! Boom! Chakalaka. Alright, so we got to get Floyd. Yep. We got to get Floyd to get the prominence board. Alright, so Floyd. See if this works. Comma. North. Comma. Get board. Comma. South. Does that work? Alright, let's try this. It's probably not going to work. Okay, that does work. Floyd, get that board. Floyd shrugs. If you say so. He vanishes for a few minutes and returns holding from its board. It seems to be in good shape. He tosses it toward you, and you just manage to catch it before it smashes. All right, boom, chakalaka. Oh, inventory. Now, I think a shiny 17 centimeter from its board. Cool. Yeah, I'm going to overwrite the existing file, repair, yep. Sweet, 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 sweet progress. Okay. I don't want to drop it. And how do we know which board? Well, let's just see what happens here. Alright, I get a shock from it. So, I can't just grab the board either. Okay, so I'm going to drop the good from its board here. So I got to figure out how to get them from its boards out of there also. So we're going to go south, west, and northwest. And here's a room we haven't been in yet. The infirmary. You've entered a clean, well-lit place. There are a number of beds, some complicated-looking equipment, and many shelves that are mostly bare. Lying on one of the beds is a small red spool. On a low shelf is a translucent bottle with a small white label. At the bottom of the bottle is a small quantity of medicine. Floyd follows you. Alright, let's get the spool. Floyd, rummaging in a corner, finds something and carries it to the center of the room to examine it in the brighter light. It seems to be the breastplate of a robot, along with some connected inner circuitry. The entire piece is bent and rusting. Floyd stares at it in complete silence. A moment later, he begins sobbing quietly. Awkwardly excuses himself and runs out of the room. You look at the breastplate and notice the name Lazarus engraved on it. Huh, interesting. And let's read this label. Disease suppression, medicine, experimental. All right, open bottle. Take medicine, eat medicine. The medicine tastes extremely bitter. Okay, let's examine the bottle now. Did I take it all? Okay, it's empty. I took it all. So I took the experimental medicine, and I've got a red spool. Is there anything else I need to worry about in here? Let's examine breastplate. Medical. All right. Look under bed. Just out of habit. Nope, nothing but dust. All right. So, I hope the pliers works for the. So we need to go back to the other complex and get some stuff to repair these other systems, and then we got to repair the computer also. So, southeast, east, east again, south, west. Inventory. Put spool in reader. Read screen. All right.
Just a few seconds behind you.
Okay, the gestation period of the disease following exposure varies tremendously from person to person, ranging from 1 day to several rotations. When the first symptoms are shown, death always occurs at 2 to 10 days. So I got 10 days to live. Is that what they're telling me? I think they're telling me I got 10 days to live. This is hard to read. The preliminary symptoms is a high fever. The secondary symptoms is a sharp increase in the amount of sleep needed. The rest of the information is about symptoms which can be detected only by using complicated medical procedures. Floyd yawns and looks bored. Alright, I hope that medicine helped. So I got to repair these systems. And I need the bed duster and the pliers from the other place. So I guess I should probably head that way. Yeah, it's Infocom Planetfall from 1983. And this is the second episode of me playing it. And I think I'm about ready to stop hurting my brain for this session. But the short of the story is, and we just found out why all this happened. And how should I, anyway, the story so far. this planet was dealing with cryogenics, and there's this disease, and so they put everyone in cryogenic sleep until the cure for the disease could be found. And they've got all these systems to maintain the climate and planetary defense and the computer that's seconds away from finding the cure for the disease when it broke down. Well, because the planetary defense, the discrimination circuits were broke down, is why our ship was blasted out of space to begin with. And so we crash land on this planet. We're the only one there. We find this civilization. But we're just now, this episode, figured out what happened to all the people. The last episode, we repaired communications. And we found the Lawanda Complex, and we got sick, and that's about what happened. And this time we explored the Lawanda Complex, and we've got some things. I know I need to grab the laser too, wherever that's at. I know where the laser battery's at because we need to fix the computer also. But right now I'm just figuring out what I need, and I can't the bedister, I'm gonna need something to get it out of its spot so I can put the new bedister in, and I'm gonna need something to grab one of the Frobits boards also. So I'm guessing on the multi-purpose pliers on those, but I'm not sure. But I'm gonna have to go grab some stuff, and but this episode I just found out what's actually going on, and the valley's an ocean because the planetary course control is, and our environment is we're too close to the sun basically. And if I repair that, it'll put us in our normal orbit and it'll cool us down to where we're supposed to be. And the discrimination circuits of the defense systems, they thought our ship was an asteroid. If I fix that, I can get rescued. And I gotta fix the computer so that I can get the cure to this disease I have. And so I'm just figured out what's going on this episode, and that's I think that's a pretty good synopsis, and they called this interactive fiction, or more fondly, text adventure, and it's some pretty good sci-fi actually, I think. And yeah, so I'm gonna get back to the other complex, and then I'm probably going to, I'm probably gonna end it here real soon for this episode. But we found out a lot this episode. We found out, we know exactly, before we had no clue what the frick was going on, and we found out what was going on this episode. And I'm going to go back to where I'm going to start grabbing stuff. So I want to go east, and east again, and I'm in a teleportation booth. And so where do I want to go? I want to go to booth, I'm in booth 3. I want to go to booth 2 is going to be closer to where I want to go. Alright, so let's go to booth 2, which is going to be, booth 2 is going to be the beige button. So slide, teleport, card, through slot, push beige button, Oops. I misspelled it. It's... Alright, so now we're in booth 2. We teleported. And we want to go west. West again. And now we want to go south. And we're in Mech Corridor North. So Mech Corridor North, we want to go east. And let's go ahead and grab the banister. Taken. Cool. Now, where was... the multi-purpose pliers? Okay, they're in the robot shop. So I want to go west, south, south, and southeast. Yeah, they're cool. Play Zork. That's all I got to say is play Zork. Start with Zork, and I'm going to start doing this more. I did a really quick run through of Zork before. Alright, so anyway, west, south, south, southeast. Uh-oh. I don't have... No, I don't. If I... Shoot. Where are the pliers? Did I read this map wrong? A multi-purpose something or other. Oh no, the pliers are in the tool room. And the laser's in the tool room. See, I'm not going to be able to carry all this shit. That's a multi-purpose something or other else. So I want to go west, get the... See, oh man. Anyway. Alright. Pliers, laser. Get pliers. Get laser. Can I get the laser? Can I carry all this stuff? I can. Interesting. Alright, I'm going to save again. And repair looks good to me. Overwrite existing file, yes. Before I get out of here, though, I played this game when I was a teenager on a Commodore 64. And let's just go ahead. Oh wait, let's quit out of here. And we get the rank of lieutenant because you get points for different tasks. So I've got 42 out of 80 points possible now. It's day 3, and yep. So, and you start out. So there's that. So, but anyway, yeah, Commodore 64 emulator. Let's come in here to OBS, add a window capture. Select window to capture, Vice. And now we're going to crop it. Let's try 200 pixels and see what happens. Alright, let's go 300. That works. Crop right 300 pixels. The top 50 pixels. That works. And the bottom, let's crop that 100 pixels. That works. Okay. And then let's bring this in biggen. And we can probably even embiggen that some little bit more. And so this is what there we go. Yeah. So anyway, this is how I used to play it. So let's, you're not going to see some of this, but we're going to load up in the, let's see, home, games, whoops, here we are, Planetfall. Here's the Commodore 64 Planetfall disk, load and auto start. And it even does a Vice simulator. You can even have it do the drive noise. But this is how I used to play it. And so we had to wait a minute and a half just for this game to load the opening screen. And then check, and this is what it was like back in the 80s playing this game. So this is, yeah, so I played this game when I was a teenager back in the 80s on the Commodore 64, and this is what it was like back then. It wasn't wham, bam, boom, bomb, chakalaka. I mean, just for the game to start, it's going to take forever. I do Life Goes disk drive noises.
It really is taking me to the time.
Oh, yeah.
Because I did play it, but it was on the Commodore 128D. My dad went to buy the 64, but they had the 128D on sale, and it came with free computer classes.
And of course, it was a lot fuzzier than what you're seeing with the RF modulator going through to a TV. Oh, here we are, and it finally starts. Another routine day of drudgery. So, certain lowly ensign 7th class scrubbing the filthy metal deck at the port end of level 9 with your patrol-issued, self-contained, multi-purpose all-weather scrub brush. You shine the floor with a diligence born out of the knowledge that any moment Banther could appear. And then you had to wait for disk access before you got to the rest of it. And let's just start the game here. Wait some more. I'm just going to stand here and wait. What you doing? Time passes. And it accesses the disk some more. So this is what it was like actually. This is what it was actually like playing this game in the 80s. You had to like wait for all these responses. Oh, the alien ambassador. And he hands me a brochure. Let's read the brochure. So yeah, this is how I played this game in the 80s. The leading export of the planet he's from is the adventure game Planetfall. Written by S. Eric Moretsky. Buy one today. Better yet, buy 1,000. The ambassador recites a plea for coexistence between your races. So yeah, these games were... This was the coolest thing your computer could do in the early 80s, was play a text adventure. The ambassador remarks that all humans look alike to him. He grunts a polite farewell and disappears up the gangway, blah, blah, blah. Time passes. Up, Blather. Blather, is he going to give me some demerits? Oh, he threatens to send me to toilet scrubbing. Oh, wait, so anyway, finally, we can go port. Enter the net. And wait for the game to start. And wait. And wait. And wait. And access the disk drive. So this is what it was like playing this in the 80s. And I'm going to end it here. Thank you all for watching. Like, share, subscribe, ring the notification bells. Let's see what OBS is saying now. Let's delete that window capture. Yep. And what did Michael have to say? Oh yeah, the sounds of the disk drive, and those disk drives did that too. And I remember, oh cool. Hey Michael. Yes, my graphics CPU powerful enough to run the Commodore 64 emulator. It sure is, EB. It's a muddy ass mess here. We have had rain all night, rain all morning, followed by rain all night, snow, and rain all day. And it's just a muddy mess. But my neighbors did pick up that GPU at the post office today, but they're not going to be back till Thursday, which is just as fun, which is just as good, actually, because we're not supposed to be having any sun until Saturday. So it's going to be interesting if I can keep streaming or not this week as far as solar power goes. And there's DJ Ronnie G. And thank you all for joining. And I'm going to end it here with this episode of Planetfall. And I don't know if we'll get to the end of it. Oh yeah, the Trash 80. I remember the good old Trash 80. Those were fun times in computing, I tell you. And it was badass playing this game. It was the coolest thing your computer could do in the in the early '80s was play Zork, and there's no reason not to play Zork because it's free. But thank you all for watching. Do all the things, and I will see you later. Let's see this.
It's been a long time since I played that game.
Oh wow, I had 15 people watching on Rumble. Holy shit.
I wish there was a whole time.
That's amazing. I didn't have that many people watching last time. Like what fucking...
Well, I tried to
Ooh.
watch